Hello, hello, and welcome to Community TV with Adaire. This is TV for you, by TV from me. And this is where I talk to people in the community who are doing amazing things to help improve the lives of people around them. Now, it could be meditation, a yoga class, learning to cook, gardening, vegan cooking, physical fitness, or anything that you'll be interested in. Sorry, I'm excited today to introduce you to Sue Shara. So I'm tripping over my words here because I'm so delighted to have Sue Shara as the director of the Enlighten Adelaide Festival. Now, the festival is run in Adelaide. It's on next month, and she is also the owner of the Shara Sanctuary and Spa. And I'm mumbling a little bit here because I've lost my notes. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to bring Sue in straight away, having royally botched up that intro. And welcome, Sue.
Thank you, Adaire. Thank you.
This is what happens when, it's like prepare, and then oops. So we are human. This is live, and welcome, Sue. And as I was trying to excitedly say, director of the Enlighten Adelaide Festival and the Shara Sanctuary and Retreat.
That's it, yeah.
So let's do this. Welcome those who are joining us. And I would also like to invite you to ask people who you know are going to benefit from this information to join us as well. So there are lots of people here in Adelaide on this mytimetv.live, and we've got the event, the Enlighten Adelaide Festival, coming up very, very shortly. So let's talk about you, Sue, and what led you to sitting here talking about this amazing festival, which I believe is a 10-year anniversary.
It is. It's the 10th festival we've done. So we're very excited about that, and we'll be having a celebration at the festival with a beautiful big cake that the executive chef is making us from the convention centre. So there will be a bit of a celebration happening. It all started, as I say, 10 years ago, when I pretty much started on my spiritual awareness and self-development journey, if you like. I was feeling very lost and alone in a space that wasn't very conducive for me, put it that way, without going into too many details. And I reached out and started to look for something else rather than being on the treadmill. So I was in the corporate world doing event management, corporate media, marketing, sponsorships. I was doing all of that. So I was on the treadmill of life where I was just going. And I didn't actually know how to be still or how to meditate or how to just be. I didn't actually know who I was. So this journey led me to do Reiki. I ended up doing Reiki 1, 2, then my Masters. Then I also went to meet with Doreen Virtue, and I did her Angel Intuitive a number of years ago with my Reiki Master at the time. And I just started searching within. Reiki 1 was the first thing that opened me up to this higher awareness that I always knew there was something inside, because I'd always had this intuitive feeling, and I'd always wanted to help others and support others, even since I was a little girl. I never liked anyone stood on their own. I'd go and, help them or put my arm around them and buddy up with them. So I guess this has been kind of a natural progression for me. And when I was going and discovering more about myself and seeing these amazing practitioners, I said to them, well, how do people find out about you? How do you promote yourself? And they didn't know how to promote themselves, the majority, because they were so good at what they did that they actually didn't have the time to do any marketing. So that's why I decided to start Enlighten Adelaide Festival, to increase awareness of all of these things that had helped my life, and all these incredible people, I've been doing it for 10 years now, and there's about 80 exhibitors per year, which keeps changing. So that's hundreds of people in South Australia that do amazing things. So it's a labor of love. It's something I can't. I put the intention of joy and peace and harmony and connectedness into it every single day. So it's my baby, but it's for the community. It's for everyone. So,
I'm really excited to, and I think you keep cutting in and out there. I'm hoping that it's okay from the broadcasting angle, but what you're doing is it's a huge thing, I believe, that's raising the consciousness of the community here in South Australia. And every time it gets more people get to know, and I think things like social media are really big. It's an amazing tool to be able to share the love and spread the word further than what we've ever been able to before.
Yes. Yeah.
We can come back to that, but I did want to talk a little bit about, or get you to share about your sanctuary and retreat, because I have been blessed to have had a healing with you, and I think that was why I'm a little bit starstruck, to tell you the truth.
Well, there's a lot of things that I do, so it's really hard to just bring it into one thing and just introduce me as one part, because there's so many different tools and things that come to create what I do. So thank you. Shara Sanctuary Retreat is something that I created in my home. I've changed my home around. So I've got a meditation space and a treatment room. And psychosomatic therapy is one of the things that I really love doing, which I learned 5 years ago. And one of the treatments that you had when you came to visit. And it is an instant, you get instant results. You're able to actually really nurture the person. I create a very beautiful space. People see, and I feel totally blessed and very humble that people have that connection with me, because the more that you can trust someone, the more that you can release and let go of what no longer serves you in a place that's just, it's easy to do it. It's easy to do it with that support. So it's an absolute privilege for me that people open up to me so deeply. And then that bond is it's just there. You know, as soon as you meet someone, the bond's there, and you know whether you connect with someone or you don't. And so I really appreciate what I do, and I love it. It brings me joy to bring others joy and to help open their heart and bring them back home to their heart. Yeah.
And I'd have to say that from personal experience that it is so an amazing experience to have you like in the healing space. It really is, and I'm coming back for more. So
it was a huge session we had. It was really, really good. Yeah.
And I cannot recommend it enough and your treat highly enough, your healing highly enough to people, because there is that deep connection, that bond, and the absolute trust. And I think that's a critical thing that when you are on the path to healing, it is something that I think people may tend to find a little bit difficult to let go and do that level of trust, because, well, I know personally I have in the past, but it was so rewarding and so deeply healing. I just think it is amazing. We do have a couple of people here. Jump in and join us, and thank you for joining us, Sarah. Sarah is here. I don't know, you probably know
Hi,
Sarah.
I know Sarah. Beautiful Sarah. How are you? Gorgeous.
And Brandy is here as well. So thank you for jumping in, and thank you for saying hello, letting us know that you're here. I think that's it's pretty amazing that we can do this, and we will have people watching for the replay as well. Yeah. So if you are here live, welcome. Just jump in and say hi. And if you're in Adelaide, we'd love to know that you're local. And if you're not, we'd love to know if you're not local as well, because we do broadcast this around the world. We actually live stream also through a platform called Binge Networks TV, and we offer Facebook to 50 other channels, which is so if you're watching on one of those other channels, hello to you too and welcome. So and Brandy's in Melbourne, so there we go.
Okay, welcome.
Yeah. And we love to share the love. We absolutely love to share the love, and especially where the healing and I guess the alternative healing and the health is concerned, the health and wellness and spiritual wellness, because it is it's one of the foundation things that people often overlook. And I've found that I've been in that position myself where I've just gone, oh, doctor, give me a pill to make it all better. And when it hasn't made it all better, and you go, all right, well, I'm going to combine a pill with a bottle of alcohol, and that doesn't make it all better. And you come to a point where you think, well, there's got to be something else.
Exactly. Yeah. It's one of the things that it's really about the journey within.
Yes.
And it will keep coming back. It will keep showing up until we actually stop and listen to our body.
Yeah.
Because our body is a communicator, and every single pain that we're holding on, every single trauma that we've ever experienced is trapped in ourselves, trapped in our body. And through the emotional release trigger point therapy that I offer, we can release that. And and through lots of other different modalities. I'm not just speaking about what I do, but everybody who is at Enlighten Adelaide, everybody who's a healer in some way, and you don't even have to be a practitioner of any kind. You just have to help others. Just smiling at someone, complimenting someone, that makes a difference. It's incredible what a difference it can make.
Yeah, share the joy, share the kindness. Brandy's talking about the fire inside and her one love. I'm not quite sure we're having fun. Well, I'm sure I'm not quite keeping up with the conversation down there, but thank you, Brandy, for helping us out with some conversation. If you have any questions for Sue or any comments, please do. Just pop them down here. You did mention face reading, and you are coming to share more about that with Women in Business Adelaide in a couple of months. Could you? I don't know a lot about it, but when you first mentioned it, and it's funny because it tells a lot about what's going on inside. It was like, oh my God, she knows stuff that I don't want her to know. And I'm like, now, seriously, it doesn't matter.
I know everything about you now.
And I'm totally cool with that. So.
Yeah. No, face reading, some people, it's very interesting to see their reactions. It's either don't look at me, or what can you see, or oh my gosh, so it's very interesting. The purpose of doing face reading is actually to discover what your true potential is, and to bring awareness of things that you might have thought or you might have been told that you couldn't do. Like your parents might have said something, or a teacher might have said something, or somebody might have bullied you. And those things, 99% of the time, are not true. But we hold on to them as our belief system of who we are, based on somebody else's comment. Yeah. And we can have 1,000 people tell us how wonderful we are, and one person says something bad. What will we focus on? That one thing that somebody said that was bad. So it's about reconditioning the mind, rewiring the brain, getting some new neuro pathways happening. And so the face is the autobiography of life. So everything that's happened from birth to present shows up. So the eyes are the windows of the soul, the nose is the identity, the eyebrows are about communication, and we look at the whole face in total. So we don't just zone in on somebody's nose, for example, and then be critical or judgmental. It's because it's not about that. It's about identifying the characteristic of a person and how they operate in the world, or how they have suppressed or expressed their emotions. And lines of development show up. It's like reading a newspaper. You open up the newspaper, you read the headlines, and then you read the fine print. So that's what we do with face reading. And we take a photograph with a face reading app, and it splits the two sides of your face. So the two left sides and the two right sides. So it shows up any imbalances. And if you really, really look closely in the mirror and just imagine that split on your face, you can really see some subtle differences. And it might be that one ear is higher than the other, one ear sticks out more than the other. It could be the mouth, the shape of the mouth, and so many different things. So we look at that, and the idea is that we're able to interact with the soul on a deeper level at the very first meeting. So when I see someone, I see their eyes first. That's what I see. Then there might be a prominent feature, which is how they predominantly show up in the world. And then there'll be other things that we look at. But the eyes for me are I just can melt into his eyes, you know. And then from there, we see the rest of what's fleshing out. So the tissues, the issues are in the tissues. So if there's any extra fleshing out, there's a reason for that. The mouth about how you taste life, the joy of life, or if it's been stringent or bitter. And you can change. Your face can change.
Yeah.
Just after having one reading, your face can change. When I did mine 5 years ago, I've changed drastically because I was giving away so much of my power and so much of who I was to everyone else that I needed to actually pull back a bit and start to focus on myself more and look within. And that has shown up on my face. It's changed.
So when you did the reading, and when you go for a face reading, the subsequent, there's a treatment attached to that, so you don't just go, so here's your reading and then off you go.
Yeah, well, there are things that I would recommend to somebody, and it might be, you know, meditate daily, it might be do some Pilates, it might be have a massage, you know, and I will recommend other practitioners. And it might be trigger point therapy, it might be aromatherapy, whatever you need to help and support them through the process. But that awareness, as soon as you bring awareness to that aspect of yourself, it changes the cellular memory. It changes everything. And because the whole body shows up in the face, it then changes the body. And it's instant. It's amazing. I love it.
Oh, I think it's amazing, and I think it's it sounds like a really good tool for people who are wanting for their own personal development, but also I would think that for people who are the helpers of other people to, you know, to be able to, I don't know, communicate with them in a way that can you use it for that as well?
Definitely. They actually use it when they're auditioning for actors in a movie, because they have to have particular features in their face so that you're convinced by them. So if somebody had very harsh features and they were being a loving person, it's not really you're not going to believe it. So it's not congruent. So they actually choose a person's features for the particular acting role. And also with HR, it's really good with HR. It's really good if you're looking for a partner or if you're looking for a business team, because you want to have a combination of different shapes of faces, because you want some that are nurturing, you want some that are action orientated, you want some that are thinkers and creative. And so you want to get a whole broad range of people working together. Yeah.
Otherwise, you end up with people that are all doing the creative thinking and no one's doing the work.
Exactly. Yeah. And we can all develop all those aspects. So if we know what we're predominantly good at, then we can just bring in that awareness. We can go, okay, I know that I need to ask for more support, get something done, for example.
Yeah.
Or I know that I need to ground myself more because I'm away with the fairies so much. That was me, yeah? I was up here all the time and I needed to ground myself. It's like, okay, come back to earth.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Sarah's saying she'll touch base to book in a face reading session, Sarah. There is a link up above that links to the the Shara Sanctuary and Retreat page, but also there's one for the Enlighten Festival event. I think I've tagged up there as well.
Great, thank you.
So,
well, just on that briefly, at the Enlighten Adelaide Festival, Sean Jago, he's coming over from Melbourne, who's my teacher. He'll be doing with Robin Jordan. They'll be doing face readings at Enlighten Adelaide Festival. So, you know, he's my teacher. So if you can't get along to see me, I highly recommend booking to see Sean or Robin at the festival on the 18th and 19th of May. And after that, I'll obviously be taking bookings at Shara Sanctuary as well. So, and then we'll be running a face reading workshop at the festival as well. Sean and I will be hosting it on the Saturday at 1 o'clock.
That sounds cool. Where do we book in? Because I'm there. It's actually my birthday on the 18th because it's all about me. And
yeah, absolutely.
And I'm absolutely delighted that my sisters are joining me at the festival for my birthday. It's like the best birthday present ever. So,
yeah. Well, you don't need to book it for the workshops. You just turn up, and it's all included in the entry price. So there'll be free workshops all weekend. There'll be free come and try classes. So we'll have some yoga classes, meditation, a sacred cacao ceremony. If you've never heard of that, try it. It's amazing.
I've never heard of it. Do you want to just acknowledge Lily? She's saying we're getting her through a hospital appointment. Well, blessings and hugs to you, Lily. I hope everything's okay for you.
Yes.
And just let's go. So talk me through what happens when I come through the door at the festival. It's at the convention centre in Adelaide, and what sorts of things can I expect? I know that I've got a few friends, more than a few friends actually, going to be there as stall holders and performers, which I'm really excited about. But for someone who's not been before, what could they expect when they walk in?
Okay, when they walk in, they will feel like they have come home to a really big housewarming party, or coming home to their soul family. They'll actually feel really welcomed, really supported. They actually might we've had a few people that have never attended anything like this before, and they've walked in and they've just suddenly started to feel so emotional because the love is so intense in the room, because we actually raise the vibration. All the stall holders come together in a blessing circle on the morning before we open, and then Pina from Icy and Crystal's Gifts and Wellness Centre, she does an opening sound blessing with singing bowls and Tibetan bowls and her voice in sacred sound language, and it just blows the whole roof off the top of the convention centre. The energy is just beautiful. It's peaceful as well. We've got live music, so we've got the most beautiful musicians. Shanty Sound have sponsored the music, so there'll be lots of delicious music for you to just sit and relax by the stage if you want to. There'll be a sound bath meditation on every day at 1 o'clock till 1:30, which will go across the whole venue. You can just sit down, lie down, wherever you are, and just experience that for half an hour. We've actually got a kids creative corner as well. So we've got Blissful Harmony running that. So there'll be kids activities. There'll be a free kids program. There'll be mindfulness workshops. There'll be little crystal healings by some children in the healing tent. There'll be bliss jewelry on the glitter on the face, henna tattoos. We've got belly dancing workshops. We've got a day spa area. We've got so much going on. The day spa area, the practitioners will have marquees set up along this little avenue of wellness. So you're actually part of the festival, but also quite private in your own little marquee area to either have some body work or a massage or aromatherapy, head massages. There's loads of different things happening. So it's very exciting.
I can't wait. Now we've got Jen saying hello, Sue and Adaire. Hello, Jen. Welcome to the show. And she's saying, so she sees this is in Australia. Do we have things like this in the US?
There There are a few events in the US, and it is on my list to actually go to the US, not to run a festival, but to actually offer psychosomatics over there. So that is on my list of things to do. My brother actually lives in LA, so I've got somewhere to stay. I know Elizabeth Peru from Australia, from Adelaide. She actually does a few festivals in the US, so maybe just connect onto her page and check out when she's next over in the US. Little plug for Elizabeth there.
Yeah, that's awesome. And you're welcome, Jen. She's saying thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Now, we're just about out of time, but you do have some passes for people who are in Adelaide or wanting to fly in, because there's nothing to stop you from coming in from elsewhere. In fact,
yeah, and we've got some special hotel packages with the Mercure Grosvenor and the Stamford Playford hotels. So if you come in, mention you with Enlighten Adelaide Festival, and they'll give you discount.
And what's the best way to get the passes to people? So there's 4 for the first 4 that reach out. Can they connect with you on your page?
Yeah, the first 4 people to like and tag me into Shara Sanctuary and Retreat and Enlighten Adelaide, both those pages. If you just, the first 4 that comment and say hello on those pages, and I'll private message you to get your address and I'll post them out to you.
Beautiful. Oh my God, that's amazing. Thank you so much.
And just briefly, we also have this beautiful big thick cookbook. It's a vegan cookbook by Grace Love. It's valued at $49.95. You see it?
If you could just hold it up to the camera. There we go. Yes. Oh my God, that is amazing. Look at that.
It's beautiful. So this was by Grace Love, who's the author. She used to own Bliss Organic Cafe in Adelaide, and she's donated 500 of these books. So the first 250 people that come on Saturday will get them, and the first 250 on Sunday will receive a free copy. So and
we're going to camp out overnight. So
why not? So you can pre-purchase tickets to the festival. They're $15 for a 1-day pass, $20 for a 2-day pass. Children under 15 are free. And the other thing that you get for free is entry into the competition to win a gift voucher from the Goddess Within. So Diane McCann's Goddess Within, which most people in Adelaide have probably been to. But she's got a voucher for that. I'm actually attending the next one in June because I haven't done it yet. So $495 value. So you get to win that if you enter. Okay. We get a chance to win it if you enter, rather.
All right. So, Jen, just for people who, if you didn't catch that, because I know the audio is a little bit choppy for Sue, above in the post, you'll see there's 2 links. One's to the Enlighten Adelaide Festival, and the other one is the Shara Sanctuary and Retreat page. So just pop in there, create a post and tag Sue. Is that what you're wanting? And then the first 4 people to pop into both pages and say hello, then Sue will get in touch with you by private message and give you post out those passes to you. Now, before we go, we did a little practice run on our community TV with Adaire, because it is all about community. And what I'm going to get you to do, I've got a little frame here like we talked about. So if you could, now we'll just see if you've frozen. There we go. She's got it. There we go. Now look at the camera and smile for about 5 seconds. And that should do it.
Right.
That's beautiful. All right. Well, thank you so much, Sue. I really appreciate you coming on. And thank you for everybody for joining us this morning rather than this afternoon. Happy to accommodate because I just so adore what you do and everything about you, Sue. I think you're amazing, and how you're helping raise the consciousness and heal people of Adelaide and in general, and society in general, because I think one person has the capacity to heal many, if that's, and I think that's, if we keep doing that, then we will keep spreading the healing. So
yeah. Well, thank you, Adaire, because I am absolutely inspired by you. I think you're an incredible person. You taught me something when you came to see me, and I will never forget that experience. It was beautiful. So what you're doing, what you're championing with people and helping people to be out there and to be seen is fantastic. So thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Don't go anywhere. I'll just wind up the show and I'll talk to you in just one moment.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Sue Shaw from Enlighten Adelaide Festival and the Shara Sanctuary and Retreat. And she also runs the Riverland Wellness Festival. I may have missed a word there, but it is also tagged in the post above. The Riverland one is on again in November, so pop that in your diaries as well. The Adelaide Enlighten Festival is on the 18th and 19th of May. And if you want a free ticket, remember, just pop over to the pages. Both of them are up here. And just make a comment, say hi and tag Sue. And the first 4 people will get free entry for a free pass to come along on the weekend of the 18th and 19th of May. Amazing, amazing lady. Thank you so much for joining us, Sue. Thank you, everybody, for joining me for Community TV with Adaire. We're usually here on Wednesday afternoons at 2 p.m. Australian Central Standard Time, but this morning we had a special broadcast because I really wanted to speak to Sue. We'll see you next week at 2 p.m. on mytimetv.live for Community TV with Adaire. Bye for now.